Hi everyone, it's Sammy from Planners Anonymous, and what I'm going to be doing today is showing you a quick walkthrough of how I set up my personal planner with the new Seaside kit. And so firstly what I've done is I've printed out the printable inserts which are included in this kit, and one of the things I love about this is that I really don't have to do a lot and use up a whole ton of my stickers to make it really nice and pretty and match the kit, because this is a big part of what actually does that for you, so you can get the most out of your kit. Now, first off, so just looking at the week, so I've got my to-do there later, which I can do after. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So what I like to do, so this is the additional sticker kit, and I'm going to get started with some of those and some of this. So actually, I'll put this one in. So I love this picture of Blake. She's probably one of my absolute favourites. So I'm going to peel her off. And I think I'm going to put her on Sunday. So I think having that white outlined colour behind her, oops, just looks absolutely beautiful. Now, stickers are extra sticky, so just make sure that you get them in the right spot before you stick them down, unlike me. Okay, so that's that one done there. And I want to use, I love these full boxes. So as you'll notice in our inserts, that they do actually have the full size boxes as well. So I'm just going to hide that, because at the moment when I'm looking in this view, there's not a lot of colour, so I want to add as much colour as I can. So I might grab one of the washi tapes. Oops, and this is our palm one. And I'm just going to tear this bit off because I ripped it last time I was using it. And I'm just going to stick that straight down this edge. It's given a nice splash of colour. I'm just going to cut that off. I really love decorating my planners. I just find that I am not really a schedule person, so that by making it pretty, I still actually want to look at it. And I don't have my my hole punch here with me, but I do use a Repesco six ring, what do you call it, hole punch anyway. So I actually find that that's fantastic. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use, I'm not a Monday person. Actually, I'm renowned for hating Mondays. So I love Garfield for that reason. So I'm just going to stick in this Calm Your Palm on Monday morning. And I'm just going to stick that in on there. And as you can see, they fit perfectly. Now with these ones, what I've done is I've left a little spot up the top, and you can use that for basically anything you want. If you want to use these headers, you can use it for those. I like to put my little exercise people in there because I do morning exercises, so that sort of gives it a lot more decoration to do. Now, what I also need to do is, got a few things going on. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are my days where my little ones are in daycare. So I always like to add in some check boxes on those days, just so that I can see what I'm up to, give myself a little bit of a to-do list. That's nice and easy in there. Might actually take some more washi tape, just give it a bit of a tear, which is how I on the last piece, because I tore it straight off the washi tape holder. I'm just going to put some in straight across the bottom. Now, one of the cool things about my templates is I've created this bottom one to actually match my full size, and the side ones to match my shorter size, my medium size rings. And usually, in some of them, this will match down the outside, so that you can get the most out of your washi tape as well. Okay, so we're looking all nice and tropical so far, nice and green. I think we need to add a little bit more in terms of stickers to it. So this week, trying to keep it nice and green on this page, because on the next page I'm going to feature the blues. Let's have a look at what's in here. So we're not up to weekends yet. Some happy mail, some stickers. I might put some of these in, because I do have a lot going on. I've got to do a few things, send out a few things this Wednesday. And how I know is, what I've actually done is I've put through, actually, hold on, I'll just hold on to that. I'll grab my to-do list. Add that in on top. I actually keep a list, not of my to-do list, but of my appointments in my phone as well, so that sort of keeps me on track in terms of knowing what to do, so that I can make my planner spreads really nice and decorative by the time I get in there to create them. Okay, so these ones here, I love using these for appointments. I'm making such a mess. I'm really a messy planner and a messy creative. Just ask my husband. He hates how messy I get. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add this in for an appointment. And I might add, just because I've got a really big reminder that I need to do here, so I might add this one down here. It's actually a thing for my photo business, so I'm going to grab one of these really cool photo stickers. I just had new nails done, so I'm finding that I am struggling a little bit with getting my stickers and my washi tape off. So do you girls have the same problem? Okay, so, and what I'm going to do is, this one is actually a home thing, so I'm going to use one of these little to-do stickers. So I find that there's so much in this kit that you really don't need a lot else. That's probably a little bit oversized. What can I put down this side? I might take out my die cuts. Let's have a look at what we got in here. So I love using my die cuts within my planners as well, because they just add a little bit of colour and an extra. Oh, she looks good right there. So I might put her there. And, oops. So I've got that as a sticker. Let's add this one. Oh, pardon me, my phone going off in the background. This one down here, my little sea urchin. Okay, so I think, so once I stick that down, I'm just going to use some double-sided tape for now. I really like a lot of white space in my planners. I don't like going completely over the top. When I say completely over the top, I do go over the top with my decorating, but I don't like having it completely full. I find that I need, again, my nails, I find that I need some white space just to feel a little bit centered and not feel too overwhelmed with what's going on. I like to normally write something that I'm focused on here. So I'm not going to, so I'd normally write something in here either with a really nice pen. I'm not going to write it today because my handwriting is really horrible at the moment. I'm on my second or third coffee, so I'm super shaky. Okay, so I'll keep that nice and simple, and I really quite like that layout. It's not too overdone, but it's bringing in those really nice greens of the kit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn over and I'm going to create, use more of the blues. So I've added in my picture of Blake there, And I'm going to use this washi for the bottom. So I'm just going to move this out of the way for the moment. Okay, which boat do I want to use? Can I fit both in? I can. There we go. Rip that off. Just going to cut that out on both sides. I just realised I've used my wrong scissors. I have scissors that I don't mind using on sticky stuff, which are these ones. These are Stampin' Up! Stickers. And these ones, which are my paper snips, which, as a general rule, I'm never actually meant to use on anything sticky. So, whoops, broke my own rules. Okay, so with this one, I'm going to go back to my nice little pictures. So Thursday is my other day without my little ones, so I'm going to add in another checkbox in there. My nails. So I'm just going to add in this one here. I'm not necessarily a green person. I really, really love my pinks and my blues. So this page is definitely a lot more me. But I can learn to live with the greens because I love this kit so much. As I said, super shaky, too much coffee. Trying to get everything done as quickly as I can. So there's some nice weekend. And of course I've covered up the Sunday, which I didn't mean to do. Okay. And the other thing that I love is I'm sending off a few parcels on Thursday. So put that in to remind me to send off some Happy Mail. And so next week I'm actually shipping out the, or not next week I should say, on the 17th, shipping out the first kit. So I'll be using my Happy Mail to mark that in. And I'm just going to use, what else should I use? I love this aloha. I really am shaky today. Maybe today wasn't the best day to have a lot of coffee. Okay, stick you down there. So as you can see, like I'm not doing much, but I'm adding in lots of colours. So there's plenty of stickers for me to use as I go through the month. So you really do get a lot out of this kit. So have a little drinky over the weekend. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to use in terms of stickers. So the next part, which I really like to do, is I love to use, so I've included a stamp kit. Now I'm a stamper from long way back. I love making cards and things like that. So, and as you can see, my stamp set's already got a fair bit of use. Now, what I'm going to use, I think I might turn back over to this page and just use some green. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to use this. This is a Simon Says stamp, Barely Beige, and I like it because it doesn't give too much colour. It just sort of gives a bit of a background. Now, and the other thing I do is when I'm cleaning my stamps, I just use a nappy wipe, a baby wipe, nappy wipe. I'm not sure what you call it in America, but yeah, just a plain diaper wipe, and then every now and again I'll give them a good proper clean with some soapy water. Now, just when you are using them, your stamps will discolour. So don't stress too much about that. It's not going to impact your use of the stamp. Just make sure that you're dabbing it on some basic, some computer paper, just to make sure that you're getting rid of that last piece of ink. Okay, and just make sure that when you're stamping on the edges, like I'm just about to do, just gonna make sure I cleaned this properly last time. Yep, that you've got something to come off on the edges so that you're not stamping on your table or your work surface. I really love using this just to sort of decorate around the edge. I've also used this as a weight loss tracker. So at the moment I'm gymming quite a fair amount and trying to lose a bundle of weight. So I've created a weight loss tracker, and each one of these is 1 kilo. Not quite too sure what that is in American pounds and things like that, whatever you guys use. But anyway, I have a lot of weight to lose. So yeah, so I'm finding that this is quite a versatile stamp. I'm just going to create one in here as well. So, and I quite like that sort of shadowy look that it creates. This stamp block, I really like it because it's got the grids on it. It's from Silhouette. So I got it when I purchased the stamping kit from them. Now, I'm going to make a sun because I love creating this little sun out of the kit. So I'm just going to use, so what I'm using is a hybrid ink. I believe this is also Simon Says stamp. Oops, sorry for that noise. I'm just going to dab it over the top. And actually, what I'll do is I'm going to show you some masking. So grab some washi, and I like to actually double it up just to make sure it's not going to go through. So, and I don't want it to go over this bottom part, so I'm going to use 1, 2 lots, and don't press it down too hard because you don't want it to make a you don't want it to stick too much, which I think I just did anyway. So I'm just going to push that down there, and that gives me a nice little sun, and then peel this guy up. Okay, so that's made a nice little sun there for me. And then I'm just going to make the little sun rays, so I'll give this guy a clean. And put him back. And these little ones are nice little sun rays, so they're tiny little lines. I just meant to create a little bit of a sort of a sun look. So yet again, I'm just going to mask down the side. Hope you can see that. Just going to mask down the other side as well because I just don't want it to touch my washi. Probably should have done it before I laid down my washi, but oh well. Okay, just dab it on there. And each of the sides, so it's not a completely straight line, and I've done that on purpose so that it gives you a little bit of variation when you're creating your suns. That's one. And I'll grab the other guy. Yep. It's kind of looking like a really cool sun now, right? And just one on the other side. And that's done. And just peel it up. And hopefully, oh, there isn't any underneath. Oh no. And this is why you don't press down too hard, because it will stick to your stickers. Because it's good washi tape. Okay, so that's that done. Just put this away. So I'm really liking how that sort of turned out. Oh, there we go, that sort of turned out. And what else can I use? Oh, I might use where's my other ink block? There it is. Beach Please sentiment. So, and I do have a couple of different, okay, if you want to get these straight, what I recommend doing is just laying them out so that they're straight and then picking them up so that way they sit nice and naturally. So beach please, and don't put it upside down. So let's give it a nice stamp. Now I'll show you on the other side. I'm going to use the ink that's included in the kit. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with that side now. I quite like how it's worked out. As you can see, the stamps give it so much more than just stickers. Okay, next side. Sorry, I know I'm jumping to and fro. Okie dokie. So, I'm going to use this Fun in the Sun. And I'm going to use the Seaside ink. Now, it really just needs a really light dab to really get the most out of that ink. There we go. And you get a really, really good impression, both on words and solid images. I'm actually really impressed with how this ink has turned out. So I might use this. This is actually a solid square that sits perfectly on here, perfectly within your boxes. Now each of the templates for each of the kits, each of the inserts, all have the same shape boxes so that you can use pretty much everything, oh, pardon me, everything within your sticker kit. There we go. So as you can see, it gives a nice impression as well. Okay. The next thing I might actually show is this really cool little sand dollar. So I love the sand dollar as well. So where's my ink gone? As I said, I'm a very messy crafter, so hoping that you can all see what I'm doing. Oop. Okay. And why are you not staying on? Okay, if they're not staying on, they obviously just need a bit of a clean. So, as I said, I've been a little bit lazy with cleaning my stamps lately, so that they're not sticking the absolute best, but they definitely stick. It's got a bit of hair behind it. Okay, that should stick a bit better. No, maybe on this one. Maybe it's that block. Okay, I'm just going to give myself, yeah, it was that block. For some reason that block didn't like that stamp. Yeah, so I've just given myself like a little bullet point of something to get done. And what else? I think we're good. I think we're good. What you'll notice in a lot of my pictures is I like to grab sequins. Now my secret is they're not actually stuck down. I just use them as a scatter, either to hide little bits and pieces that I don't want people to see, so like appointments or things like that, or just to sort of make it nice and pretty. But what I do use the sequins for in my planner is to make shaker dashboards. So I'm super excited. I'm going to make one. I'm hoping to make it today. Make one today and video that for you all as well. So there is one coming for this kit. I also love to use them when I'm making cards. I'm going to be making a card today as well. The great thing about this kit is I've designed a few 5-minute cards. So if you're running out to a party and then you need a card, it'll be super quick to make one. If you've forgotten, like me, I always forget to buy cards, which is fine because I love making them. But that's my week pretty much done. Like, how quick was that? It was simple. I've used the inserts, I've pre-cut them. I'll hole punch this with my Repesco punch later on. If you have only got a singular hole punch, highly recommend getting one with 6. Otherwise, you're just going to drive yourself insane. And that's pretty much it. And then you're ready to go for the week after. What I would recommend is if you want to do a whole month, is print them all out at once. So that way you basically are ready to go. The last thing is I would recommend getting a really good white pen so that you can write on the coloured sheets, but you can also use a black and things like that. And somebody else recommended doing a grey, so I'm on the hunt for a really good grey pen that I can use in my kits. But that's pretty much it. So looking forward to showing this off And I hope you enjoyed a little bit of a preview. And yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Come into the Facebook group. I'm in there as well as much as I possibly can be. If over the next few weeks I'll be putting a few more videos in, and I hope you enjoyed. Talk to you soon.